Okay. Well, this is the city where I come from, Bogota. And it's a place full of natural elements and at the same time very densely populated city. With 70% of people building spontaneously their own houses without any regulation or architecture. But, so the question is, who guide these people who build their own houses? Who can provide them some guidelines that help them to develop a better quality of architecture? What is the role of architects in a city where the people have limited economical resources?
What country?
Oh, I'm sorry, Colombia. Sorry. So I started this academic project with two questions. The first one, how to get users actively involved in the design process. Some organizations include the community in the construction, but not in the design. And the second question, how to produce architecture aligned with our nature. You know, human body doesn't have any single straight angle. So I proposed a lab where I tried the various strategies, and the idea was to have the same participation for users and architects with equal participation. And I chose a place that doesn't have enough public building. So I applied the strategies to a group of children because children have like boundless imagination and they can easily imagine unrealistic things. The first strategy was to introduce them in their neighborhood and make them aware of the place they live in. As I wanted to extract some design patterns, I asked the children to draw a place where they could have fun. And the result was just boundless. They have like a huge imagination. So let's see the result. So we have a moon with a flat part where the rocket could land. We have a beach with really strange fishes. We have a reef with some moons inside. And we also have a place where people could see the earth. The third strategy was free modeling. So the kids developed some modeling. They built some parts and they include trees and grass. And then I gave them a structural system that helped me to introduce some irregular geometries. Then I showed them how architects do architecture. So as a team, we developed some buildings for their own neighborhood, and I used the computer because it was much easier to modify the volumes in real time. So I asked the kids how they would like to approach the building, what kind of materials they would like to use, and what kind of buildings they would like to have. Something that in that moment they didn't actually have. And this was the result, physical volumes with straight geometries. Then I gave them the system of bars and nodes, and well, they were pretty comfortable using colors and materials like glass because they have like visual contact with the nature, but the geometry was still the same. It was so regular. Well, so in that point, I decided that I have to change my strategy. So I realized that architects should trigger the community imagination, and they should create a contrast, not only in the facade, because they already do that with colors, but also with the space, and that way they could increase the identity. So I designed a basic element that tries to attempt flexibility. It means that they can actually like grow and decrease the volume. I showed them how they could use it, and I showed them the beginning of a volume that they could continue building. So with this kit of part strategy, they developed some volumes. The first one is a dance room, and you can easily see the influence of the girl with the colors. Then a gym, and this catch my attention because the kids were so aware of the ventilation and the illumination, so they tried to incline some triangles. Then a classroom where the light has a really important role, a daycare center, and a library where the alternation between shadows and light creates a cozy place to read. all these prototypes were a result of their decision. It wasn't mine. And my role as an architect was to locate the buildings in a park. And so I located the buildings in this area which is close to the neighborhood, and they can easily have access to the nature and breathe in a dense city. The community could change the volume and they can change the shape because the system is flexible enough to change the size. And it has a contrast with the current housing. So the identity really grows. Regarding the form and the space, it is definitely more aligned with our nature. So there is no single straight angle, and there are combined that reinforce the connection with the nature. So how it works? It is like a sandwich. So there are two frames of wood, then a middle element that it could be recycled PET or OSB, then a neoprene strip that connects the module, and then there is the wire mesh that holds the bands. And regarding the construction process, it's a conventional system that holds the platform, then a bigger triangle is formed by the basic element attached to the platform, and step by step the volume starts to close. So what was the goal of this project? It was to include the community in the design process. It was to create architecture that fits our nature, and it was to give them opportunity to that 70% of people to have a flexible, feasible, and qualitative architecture.
Yes, it is. It's the immigrant. I'm actually an immigrant. I came from Butler, so this is like all weird to me. So, okay, Blaine. Sorry, Blaine Siegel.
Correct.
It says Blaine.
Yeah, everyone says Brian. It's fine.
It says Blaine.
That's fine.
Okay, all right.